Welcome back to None of Your Beeswax Apiary. Today is August the 10th, and we're going through and just doing some quick inspections of the hives. We're checking to make sure that they've got enough food. We're checking to see if they're healthy, if we've got a queen, and looking for small hive beetles, along with just trying to get in and out as fast as we can because we're in a dearth right now. So if you leave the hive open too long and you go through too much, you're going to instigate robbing in your hives and stuff. So we're just going through, pulling about 3-4 frames in the top. If we see the queen, we're going to do a mite count just to check the mites. If we don't see the queen, no big deal. Just looking to see that there's some kind of eggs, larvae, brood of some sort in there and that they all look healthy. So let's get started. Okay, so we're just going to pop the lid, get in here real quick, see what's going on, make sure everything's okay, and then move on to the next one. So earlier in the year, you heard me talk about using Grub-X for small hive beetle control. This is another thing that we just started using. It's beetle blaster bait. It comes in these little traps, and inside there's some bait that will kill the beetles that get in there. The bees can't get in there, but the beetles can and eat it. So we put this in here a couple weeks ago because we noticed some beetle problems in here. So we're hoping to cut that off. The Grub-X has worked really good for us, but it doesn't kill everything. So we had a little problem with this one. So we're using that, and I'm also going to put an oil trap in there too when we're done, just to kind of help with things. You can see they're a little testy. Like I said, we're in the middle of the dearth here, so they're looking for anything they can find to eat, and they're really in defense mode too of all their stores. That's a good frame of honey. You can see a small hive beetle crawling around down here. Try to squish him. Ouch. A couple small hive beetles. So yeah, that's why we're going to put the oil trap in there. There's a couple beetles running around. You're going to have some this time of year, but it's best to try to keep them under control. Some other things you can use besides the oil traps and the beetle blaster is Swiffer sheets. I've used that before. Cut a small unscented Swiffer sheet and make sure to put it underneath your inner cover so it's kind of locked in place, because if not, if you just set it in the middle of the hive, the bees will try to get rid of it and they'll ball it up. And I wound up with one in the middle of the brood box one time, and that's a good way to kill your queen. So okay, so this is a good frame of brood right here. Yeah, that's a really good frame. So let me show you something here. In the center of this frame right here, you can see some of this brood's been uncapped right there. These little spots like that. That's a really good sign. That's a sign of hygiene, where the bees go through and they sense something in the underneath the cappings, most likely varroa mites, and they go through and uncap it, kill the varroa mites, and then recap it. So that's a really good sign to see that through the hive. That means they're helping to take care of that mite population themselves. So I've noticed that in about 2 or 3 of our other hives. So that's definitely a good thing, and a trait that you really want to look for too. So that's good. Okay, so we've seen brood. The bees look healthy. We see some small hive beetles. I'm not going to go through any more there. I've seen what I need to see. So we're going to put it all back together. I'm going to put in an oil trap for the beetles. Give them some probiotics. Move on to the next one. Here's the beetle blaster bait. We're going to put that back in. I'll leave the link for this down below in the comment section. We picked this up at the North American Honeybee Expo last year. So, but I'll leave the link for that down below. And then this is just your standard oil trap. It's filled with mineral oil down here, and what will happen is the bees will chase the beetles around. The beetle will crawl into here to try to get away from the bees, and then they'll wind up drowning in the oil. The spaces are small enough that the bees can't get in there, but the beetles can. Spread that out just a little bit. Set that down in there. And then when you check this trap, after you open your hive for the next time, what you want to do is run your hive tool all the way around the edge of this, because sometimes the beetles get underneath there and hide underneath the edges, so that'll kill them too if you run your hive tool across that. Do that. This is our last round of probiotics for the year. I do it once in the spring, once midsummer, and once here going into the fall to try to help keep them healthy. Spread that across the tops of the frames there for them. You'll notice they'll start eating that right away. There we go. And then we'll put everything back together. And moved on to the next one. So be sure to like and subscribe. Leave any questions or comments you have down below, and stay tuned for the next one.